The truth about hard work and wealth is far more complex than the slogans we grow up hearing. From childhood, many of us are told a simple formula: work hard, stay disciplined, and you will become wealthy. It sounds fair, it sounds motivating. It feels like a promise that effort equals reward. But as we grow older and observe the world more closely, we begin to notice something unsettling. There are people who work tirelessly every single day and never escape financial struggle. There are also people who seem to earn extraordinary wealth without working nearly as hard as others. This contradiction forces us to ask a deeper question. What is the real relationship between hard work and wealth? Hard work absolutely matters. There is no serious path to meaningful success without effort. Discipline, persistence, and the willingness to endure discomfort are foundational traits in almost every achievement story. Yet hard work alone is not a guarantee of wealth. The world does not operate like a simple input-output machine where hours automatically convert into money. If that were true, the most physically demanding jobs would always pay the most. And that clearly is not the case. Many people who perform grueling labor for long hours earn modest incomes, while some who create scalable systems or own assets generate income far beyond the number of hours they personally invest. One of the biggest misunderstandings about hard work is that people often confuse activity with value creation. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Working long hours does not necessarily mean producing high-value outcomes. Wealth is generally a result of creating value that others are willing to pay for at scale. The scale part is crucial. A person who works hard at a job where income is directly tied to time will always face a ceiling. There are only 24 hours in a day. No matter how disciplined or determined someone is, they cannot expand time. If income depends entirely on trading time for money, wealth accumulation becomes mathematically limited. This is where leverage enters the conversation. Leverage is the ability to multiply the impact of your effort through systems, technology, capital, or other people. When someone builds a product that can be sold to millions, their work is leveraged. When someone invests in assets that generate returns without constant involvement, that is leverage. When someone leads a team where many individuals contribute to a shared goal, that too is leverage. Hard work becomes far more powerful when it is applied to building or accessing leverage rather than simply increasing hours. Another truth that is often overlooked is that opportunity plays a significant role in wealth creation. Not everyone starts from the same position. Some people grow up with access to quality education, financial support, mentorship, and networks. Others begin with significant obstacles, limited resources, and fewer connections. Hard work in both cases may be equal in intensity, but the outcomes can differ dramatically because the starting conditions are different. This does not mean that effort is meaningless. It means that context matters. Timing also influences wealth in ways that are rarely acknowledged. Being early to a new industry, catching a technological wave, or investing in an emerging market at the right moment can amplify the rewards of effort. The same level of hard work applied at a different time might not yield the same results. History is filled with examples of individuals who labored diligently in fields that later declined, while others who entered growing sectors experienced exponential gains. Effort matters, but the direction in which effort is applied matters just as much. There is also a psychological dimension to hard work and wealth that many people ignore. Society often glorifies burnout and exhaustion as badges of honor. The narrative suggests that if you are not constantly tired, you are not working hard enough. But sustainable wealth creation typically requires clarity, creativity, and strategic thinking. These qualities diminish when a person is chronically overworked. In many cases, stepping back, reflecting, and making thoughtful decisions produces greater financial outcomes than simply pushing harder. Risk tolerance is another critical factor. Many people work extremely hard but avoid taking calculated risks. They prefer stability and predictability, which is understandable. However, wealth creation often involves stepping into uncertainty. Starting a business, investing in markets, launching a new idea, or negotiating for higher compensation all involve risk. Hard work without risk may lead to stability, but it may not lead to extraordinary wealth. On the other hand, reckless risk without discipline can lead to failure. The balance between effort and intelligent risk-taking is where significant financial growth often occurs. It is also important to understand the difference between income and wealth. Income is the money you earn. Wealth is the assets you accumulate that continue to produce value over time. A person can have a high income and still not be wealthy if they spend everything they earn. Conversely, Someone with a modest income who consistently saves and invests can gradually build significant wealth. Hard work may increase income, but building wealth requires financial literacy, delayed gratification, and long-term planning. Delayed gratification is one of the most underestimated traits in wealth building. The ability to sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term gain can compound dramatically over time. Many people work hard and increase their earnings, but lifestyle inflation absorbs every raise. Expenses expand to match income. Without intentional saving and investing, even intense effort fails to translate into wealth. The discipline to consistently allocate a portion of income toward assets rather than consumption is a quiet but powerful force. Another truth is that specialization often pays more than general effort. Working hard at a skill that is rare and valuable in the marketplace typically generates higher rewards than working hard at something that many people can easily do. This does not mean that certain jobs are unimportant. Many essential roles are undervalued financially, but from a purely economic perspective, scarcity and demand heavily influence compensation. Developing expertise in a field where demand exceeds supply can dramatically increase the financial return on effort. Networking and relationships also play a significant role in wealth creation. Opportunities often flow through people. Collaborations, partnerships, mentorships, and referrals can open doors that hard work alone cannot. Some individuals resist networking because it feels artificial or uncomfortable. However, building genuine relationships based on mutual value can accelerate progress. Hard work done in isolation may go unnoticed, while the same work within a strong network may lead to unexpected opportunities. Geography can influence financial outcomes as well. Working hard in a region with limited economic activity may not yield the same rewards as working equally hard in a thriving economic hub. Access to capital, customers, and talent clusters can amplify effort. In the modern world, technology has reduced some geographic limitations, but they have not disappeared entirely. Location can still shape access to opportunity. Mindset also matters deeply. People who believe that wealth is entirely out of their control may not pursue opportunities aggressively. Conversely, those who assume that effort alone guarantees wealth may become bitter when results do not match expectations. A balanced mindset acknowledges both personal agency and external factors. It encourages proactive action while recognizing that outcomes are influenced by variables beyond one's control. It is also worth addressing the moral narrative around wealth. Some cultures romanticize poverty as a sign of virtue and view wealth with suspicion. Others equate wealth with superiority. Both extremes distort reality. Wealth is neither inherently good nor inherently evil. It is a tool and a measure of economic value creation. Hard work can be noble, even if it does not produce vast wealth. Likewise, wealth achieved without ethical consideration can cause harm. The relationship between effort and money should not overshadow the importance of integrity. Luck is another uncomfortable but undeniable factor. Being in the right place at the right time, meeting a key person by chance, avoiding unexpected disasters, or benefiting from favorable market conditions can significantly impact outcomes. Acknowledging luck does not diminish hard work. Instead, it creates humility and gratitude. Many successful individuals worked extremely hard, but they also benefited from circumstances that could have easily been different. Education and continuous learning are powerful multipliers of hard work. The economy evolves rapidly. Skills that were valuable decades ago may become obsolete. Those who commit to lifelong learning increase the adaptability of their effort. Hard work applied to outdated skills yields diminishing returns. Hard work directed toward emerging, high-value competencies can dramatically enhance earning potential. Health is another foundational factor. Wealth means little without physical and mental well-being. Ironically, some people sacrifice health in the pursuit of financial success. Chronic stress, sleep deprivation, and neglect of personal relationships can erode the very life that wealth is meant to enhance. Sustainable prosperity requires balance. Hard work should not destroy the individual who performs it. Another truth is that not all forms of hard work are visible. Emotional labor, caregiving, creative thinking, and strategic planning may not look physically exhausting, but they require intense energy. Society sometimes undervalues invisible labor, yet money, high-paying roles, rely more on cognitive and emotional effort than physical exertion. Recognizing the diversity of effort helps clarify why compensation varies across professions. Ownership is one of the strongest drivers of wealth. Employees trade time for money. Owners build equity. When you own a piece of a business, real estate, intellectual property, or investments, you benefit from growth beyond your immediate labor. Hard work applied to building ownership stakes often produces more lasting wealth than hard work spent solely on earning wages. This does not mean everyone must become an entrepreneur, but understanding the power of ownership can shift financial trajectories. Patience is essential. Many people underestimate how long it takes to build meaningful wealth. In a world obsessed with overnight success stories, it is easy to forget that most financial growth is gradual. Compounding works quietly and slowly at first. The early years may feel but over time consistent effort and disciplined investing can produce exponential results. Impatience leads many to abandon strategies that would have worked if given enough time. Comparisons can distort perception. Social media often showcases extreme wealth, creating unrealistic expectations. Seeing curated highlights of luxury lifestyles can make steady progress feel insignificant. But wealth is relative and deeply personal. For some, financial independence and security are the ultimate goals. For others, it is impact, philanthropy, or legacy. Defining your own version of wealth prevents chasing someone else's dream. Another critical truth is that systems matter. Economic structures, policies, and institutions influence how wealth is distributed and accumulated. Tax systems, access to credit, regulatory environments, and social safety nets all shape financial outcomes. Individual effort operates within these broader systems. Understanding how they work can reveal opportunities or barriers that pure effort alone cannot overcome. Resilience is perhaps one of the most important traits connecting hard work and wealth. Failure is almost inevitable in ambitious pursuits. Businesses collapse, investments lose value. Careers hit plateaus. Those who persist, adapt, and learn from setbacks often emerge stronger. Hard work is not just about intensity. It is about endurance over time. There is also a difference between working hard on the right thing and working hard on the wrong thing. Strategic alignment is critical. If someone spends years perfecting a product that nobody wants, their effort may not translate into financial reward. Market demand ultimately determines value. Listening to feedback, analyzing trends, and adjusting direction can make hard work far more effective. Emotional intelligence can influence earning potential more than technical skills alone. The ability to communicate clearly, negotiate confidently, manage conflict, and inspire others often determines career progression. Many promotions and business deals hinge not only on competence, but on trust and relationship dynamics. Hard work invested in developing interpersonal skills can significantly enhance financial outcomes. Freedom is often the hidden motivation behind wealth. People imagine that money will provide choice, flexibility, and security. Yet some high earners find themselves trapped by lifestyles that require constant income. True financial freedom typically involves aligning expenses with values and building assets that generate passive income. Hard work that supports intentional living may be more fulfilling than endless accumulation. It is also worth questioning the definition of wealth itself. Is wealth purely monetary, or does it include time, relationships, health, and purpose? Some individuals reduce work hours to prioritize family or passion projects, accepting lower income in exchange for greater life satisfaction. Others pursue aggressive financial goals. There is no universal formula. The truth about hard work and wealth is partly about personal values. Generational effects also shape wealth outcomes. Families who accumulate assets can pass advantages to their children, creating momentum over time. Conversely, families facing debt or instability may struggle to build financial foundations. Breaking negative cycles requires extraordinary effort and strategic planning. Building positive cycles requires stewardship and education. Technology continues to reshape the relationship between effort and reward. Automation can eliminate certain jobs while creating new industries. Digital platforms allow individuals to reach global audiences. A single idea can scale rapidly through the internet. Hard work applied to understanding and leveraging technology can produce unprecedented opportunities. Ignoring technological shifts can render effort obsolete. Confidence plays a subtle but powerful role. Many people underprice their skills or hesitate to pursue opportunities because they doubt their worth. Others confidently negotiate higher compensation or launch ventures despite uncertainty. While overconfidence can be dangerous, healthy self-belief enables action. Hard work combined with confidence tends to attract greater financial rewards than hard work constrained by fear. Another important factor is focus. Distraction dilutes effort. In a world filled with constant notifications and entertainment, sustained concentration is rare. Those who cultivate deep focus can produce higher quality work in less time. This efficiency allows them to build skills, create value, and pursue opportunities more effectively. Ethics must not be ignored in discussions of wealth. Some individuals accumulate money through exploitation, deception, or harm. That path may generate short-term gains, but often leads to long-term consequences, whether legal, reputational, or psychological. Sustainable wealth is typically built on trust and value creation rather than manipulation. Gratitude can coexist with ambition. Appreciating current progress while striving for more creates a healthier relationship with work and money. Constant dissatisfaction, even in the presence of financial success, can lead to emptiness. Hard work driven solely by comparison or ego may never feel enough. The truth about hard work and wealth is ultimately nuanced. Hard work is necessary but not sufficient. Strategy, leverage, timing, risk management, financial literacy, relationships, mindset, health, and sometimes luck all interact in complex ways. Effort is the engine, but direction determines the destination. For those seeking wealth, the lesson is not to abandon hard work, but to refine it. Ask whether your effort is building skills that are in demand. Ask whether you are creating leverage or merely trading time. Ask whether you are investing wisely or consuming everything you earn. Ask whether your definition of wealth aligns with your values. At the same time, it is essential to maintain compassion for yourself and others. Not every hardworking person becomes wealthy, and that reality does not mean they failed. Economic outcomes are influenced by countless variables. Judging people solely by their financial status ignores the complexity of life. In the end, wealth is a byproduct of value creation combined with wise stewardship. Hard work fuels both, but without vision, discipline, and adaptability, effort alone can become a treadmill rather than a staircase. The real truth is that hard work opens doors, but walking through the right doors requires awareness and courage. If you understand this, you free yourself from both extremes, the illusion that effort guarantees riches and the defeatist belief that effort does not matter. You recognize that hard work is powerful when aligned with strategy, ownership, learning, and patience. You accept uncertainty while continuing to act. You build not only income but assets. You pursue not only money but meaning. And perhaps the deepest truth of all is that wealth, in its richest form, includes the freedom to choose how you spend your time, who you spend it with, and what kind of impact you leave behind. Hard work can be the path to that freedom, but only when it is directed with intention rather than driven by blind faith in a simplistic promise.